Welcome to Game Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Imagosphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Game Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Game Corp, Beckers.
Last time on this podcast, we made Blues Clues Noir. How'd that do?
Is that how you say that word?
Yeah. How do you say it?
I thought it was Nor.
That is a way to say it if you want to be wrong.
God, you're such a jerk. All right, it did fine, I guess. I don't know. I think it did really good. I really liked that idea, so yeah. I didn't plan anything for this. Let's move on.
Wow. Did you forget that you're the financial expert and supposed to bring up all the charts?
Okay, let me look up how it did here. I typed and now, it did good. It's time to move on.
How many copies did we sell?
70 million.
How many copies did we make?
40 million, so a lot of people are really upset. We sold a lot of empty boxes.
Your first mystery is where the game is.
Yeah.
We put a paw print in the case and they're like, wait, this is part of the game. I gotta find the next paw print. Okay, that's
the boxes didn't actually say the game was in there, so it's not our fault.
No.
It just said it was just a pretty picture with art on it and you just bought it and that's your own fault.
I mean, 90% of the games at Walmart now are just like a box and they're like, digital download exists, like Fortnite. They're like, hey, buy Fortnite, and then you open it and Fortnite's not in there because it's a free game. Kids these days.
I like Fortnite.
Yep. Hey, do you
don't like Fortnite?
Sending us game ideas? That's good. I used to write these down. I used to come up with elaborate things to convince people to send in game ideas, and then you didn't do it. So I stopped writing them down, and now I'm just and now I'm just saying it off the top of my head. And all I have on the top of my head is these headphones. So.
Oh my God. You know what though? It's not any worse this way. So all your effort's wasted.
Okay.
Because nobody likes this less. Got him. Sick burn. Got him, Beckers.
Please send us game ideas on Twitter using the hashtag GameMateCorp. Thank you. Beckers, have you ever heard of a game series, Imagosphere material named Dungeons and Dragons?
I have heard of such a thing. Yep.
Have you heard of a video game called Dream Daddy?
Yeah, that's the daddy dating simulator thing, right?
It is. You are a daddy. You date other daddies. No singles allowed.
And you all have kids.
That's how daddies work, yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's a little bit confusing.
I guess, where did the kids come from?
Yeah, because, I mean, I guess everybody could be bi.
Yeah, everybody's bi.
Everybody's bi.
That's good. Okay, so
sexual.
What if we took the Dream Daddy game and put it in the Dungeons and Dragons game? So, you are a daddy who needs to date while also getting dungeon doing stuff. So, I think you start the game like you start all Dungeons and Dragons deals by creating a character. You got to pick your race and your class and your hit points and
don't mind me. I just thought of a terrible thing to say. It's fine. Just keep going.
Well, I'm glad that we've reached the point as a person where you think of
I
the
don't
things,
say them.
but you don't say them. You've really grown as a person, Beckers. I'm proud of you. Okay, this is a game. You're making characters. They all have to be dads. You can also be a lady dad. That's an option.
Some people call that a mom.
No, this is also
A dadette.
I've heard
Arena.
I've heard sometimes ladies will look at an attractive man and be like, "Daddy," and I don't understand that, but that's a class option.
Stop. Right now. I don't want to talk about this with you.
Who do you want to talk about it with?
That's my personal business.
Okay. So, I think all the daddies are in the dungeons. That you have to go fight some skeletons and some goblins and some other D&D enemies. Can you name a single D&D enemy, Beckers?
Yeah, I can. The Demogorgon. Oh, get fucked. I watched Stranger Things.
I'm pretty sure they invented that. That's not typically a thing.
You're not serious, are you?
I'm 90% sure they invented the demo.
Okay. I'm pretty sure a mimic is a thing.
A mimic is a thing. Demogorgon.
You have to know if you can laugh at me or not.
Dungeons and Dragons. He's known as the... Okay, Beckers is correct. It was... First appearance was in the 1976 Eldritch Wizardry book. So it is in the actual Dungeons and Dragons mythos. Just nobody cares about. No one has ever mentioned a Demogorgon up until Stranger Things.
There's probably like dragons and shit. I would assume.
There is those and also dungeons. Weirdly.
Oddly.
Yeah. So go into the dungeons, fight some goblins, find a daddy. I think, you know what?
Who's your daddy?
That's a different game. Beckers, do you have anything to contribute here? Because I kind of half-assed this whole game idea, and I came up with it last second. I'm
carrying this podcast on my back.
It's a good thing you're not carrying it on your shoulders, because you hurt those when you try and put stuff on them.
That's an inside joke that no one's gonna understand, so that's cool. I carried the Buster Sword at the last convention we went to for a whole day, and the next day my shoulders were all bruised from doing the cloud pose. That's the joke he's making. So welcome, now that I had to explain it to everyone because nobody knew about it.
You can all laugh now. Enjoy this.
You can laugh now.
We'll allow you to laugh now.
We'll hold up the sign.
Yep.
Laugh.
Please.
Laughter. Okay, I think they're done now. I think they're done laughing now.
We need to get one of those for our next live show and just always hold it up.
We do. I'm putting that in my pocket. All right. Daddies, where is the date? What's you just came up with like
I have provided
Daddies
all
also
the
Dungeons and Dragons.
There's
no game there.
I've provided all the ingredients. You do dungeons. You are a dungeon character.
I can't even, Bryce, I can't even cook.
Ooh. If you go
now he's a monkey.
If you go to all the dungeons and do all the daddies, then you get the title of Dungeon Master because you
Daddy Master?
No, Dungeon Master. Fine. Because Master's better than Daddy.
I don't know if it's going to be really hard to come up with a better game of the episode than this, you know?
Yeah. Do you have one though? Because I'm done talking about this sad thing that I tried to make.
Well, I think you were close
to
something.
I said the words Dungeons and Daddies.
I'm not going to mold it. I'm going to move on. Okay, so Bryce, I'm going to need you to get on my level for a second.
Okay. Yeah, how far down do I have to go exactly? She didn't see that coming. She didn't prepare herself for that.
Game idea number 2.
Yep.
And here we are. I'm already on that level. Okay. Breathe in. All right. This game.
Yep.
This is a game. It's about speed. So, Bryce, you got to keep going. We got to go fast. All right. So, this is a game. It's called Get $7. The point of the game, you got to get $7.
How?
Don't stop me. Here we go.
Okay.
We're going to go. You can do it any way that you want to, any way that your brain can think of. We're going to put so many mechanics in here. Mechanics on mechanics is going to be so interactive. Can you get a
job as a mechanic?
You can get a job as a mechanic to make $7, but that's probably going to be really slow because most people don't get their first paycheck for at least 2 weeks, and you have already lost by then. So that's the shittiest route you can go, Bryce. Good job. Actually, it's not, because you could also try to rob somebody and fail and go to jail, and that would be worse because you didn't get the $7 and you didn't get it in time, and now you're in jail and something bad's going to happen. You can beg people for $7.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be effective because this is a fast game, a speed game.
Okay.
You can try and rob people.
You said that one.
A hot dog stand. Don't stop me, Bryce. Don't stop.
Rob a hot dog stand or just like have a hot dog stand or like
both.
Okay.
Knock out the owner of the hot dog stand.
Take over
Throw him into a dumpster. Put on his hat in that order. You had to go back into the dumpster and get his hat, and then you go up to his stand wearing a mustache and you sell a few hot dogs and then take that money, because if you take money out of his register, that would be wrong.
Everyone knows that hot dog registers don't have money.
You can You can sell stuff. You can sell your shoes because somebody will want them. You can sell your soul to the devil. But that's not very good because it's only $7 and hopefully you have more self-worth than that. You can sell your body. You can find somebody who would take a handy in the Applebee's parking lot. You can, okay, I think I've covered the basics. You get it, right? Any way that you could think of, $7.
Okay.
What do you think?
Am I supposed to tell a story about how a guy tried to get $7 from me?
You can tell that after. Because I'm hyped right now.
Okay, yeah, it's $7.
Okay, well, all right. We were supposed to ask. This is what you were, I was expecting you to be like, no. God damn it, we already explained how, you idiot.
When?
Any way you can. Why? There you go.
There.
You've arrived at the question that I expected you to ask. Why, Bryce? Here's the thing. You don't even know why.
Is it because the game's called Get $7 and,
No, here's why. You don't know why. The reason changes every time.
Okay.
That way, it's going to appeal to everybody because one of the many reasons that you would need $7 is going to appeal to you sometime. So this might be the time that you would really want $7.
Okay, give me an example, please.
Okay. Example. Okay, let's back it up. Everybody calm down. First example.
Yeah.
Your grandma, she needs $7 to live.
Why?
To buy oxygen. I don't know. Without it, she'll die. And with it, she won't. This is why you're getting $7.
Oxygen's free. It's just in the air. It's out there.
You're so dumb. I want to die.
Go on.
Another example. Okay. So maybe some people, you want a different reason every time. You don't know till after. And that's because some people don't like their grandma and you don't know that ahead of time. So you are, maybe that person doesn't like their grandma, but Maybe they need $7 more before they have enough money to afford to fly to the space colonies and get out of this place. Because in this game, there's space colonies in space. And they're great. Maybe you're saving up for your dog's operation. That would get me. If I didn't get $7 that time, I would be very upset.
But you wouldn't know if you don't get the if you didn't get the $7, would you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hell yeah. You don't get the $7, and then there's just like this sad little cinematic at the end of your dog just dying. And then like there's gonna be text that scrolls across the screen that says, "This is your fault." And that'll be what happens if you fail.
Okay. Will this be fun for people?
Yeah. Well, stress games are fun. Because who doesn't like to be stressed about money? And you don't know why, so it's fine. Until you do. Well, and here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but nobody real is gonna die.
You never know with our games.
Okay, do you want to tell everybody the inspiration for this story now?
I guess. Okay, so I was at a video game convention, a little convention where we had a panel and stuff. And this was before Becker's arrived. And we were putting out last Geek buttons and lots of magnets, the cool stuff at the convention. And then we decided to go, me, my girlfriend, and a friend decided to go.
Bryce has a girlfriend.
Decided to go explore downtown. And while we're starting to walk back to the convention, we must have been 5-6 blocks, maybe even more from the convention. A guy randomly comes up to us. We did not have convention badges on. We didn't have anything that's the last Geek or anything on it. A guy comes up to us, wearing a last Geek button clumsily like pinned to his shirt, and he was like, "Hey, I don't mean to bother you, but I need $7. My car, it's the mechanic, and I'm just $7 short, and they won't take my card." And I got all this cash, but I'm short $7. And he like opens his wallet and he shows us all this money in his wallet and stuff. And he's just like, "Oh, can you just help me out?" And I'm just like, "I don't have cash." And funnily enough, the two people were with me. One of them had $5, the other had $2. So between everybody there had just exactly
they had the pieces of Exodia.
Yeah, they had exactly $7. And this guy nowhere near the convention center happened to have the button happened to go up to the guy whose button, like, who is Last Geek, who that button is attributed to, and asked for $7. And imagine, like, this was not known at the time, but apparently we had $7 amongst us, and it would have worked out. That is probably the proest strat ever. Like, there was a level of like, this is so like awkward. A guy wearing my merch, my swag, has come up asking for something from me, and I let him down. I told him no.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
I think that man was a podcast magician.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly who you were when he approached you.
Yep.
And he asked you for $7 as a test.
And
you failed. You were not generous. So he said, "Okay, fuck that guy. I won't give him my podcast magic. And now we are never going to be famous, and it's your fault."
To be clear, the podcast magic is the thing that makes you famous.
Yeah, he rubs his magic all over you.
Okay.
And then maybe after that, you would be funny.
Well,
sick burn. Oh, I like it when I hype myself up after that because there's no one else here to do it because you won't because you've been burnt.
Well, Beckers, maybe there's some way that I can acquire the fungibles to be able to pay the next podcast magician that comes up. Do you have any ideas?
I do. That was a really good one. That was a good transition.
Thanks for pointing it out.
I ruined it, but I'm proud of you. I just want to say that. You'll never hear it again, so you better clip it. Okay. There is one way that you can pay for Bryce's comedy lessons. It's going to take a lot of money. So here's what you got to do. You got to go to patreon.com/lastgeek and you got to sign up to be a patron and you can support his comedy transplant surgery in many ways. If you pay for $5, then I'll shout you out on this podcast. Like, I'm not actually going to drum roll, but I'm going to make the motion. Okay. Aaron C. Shout out. Alex Weber. Now just think about that. Mull that around in your brain for a second. We're going to leave these pauses in here. Andrew Feisner. Okay. Did they marinate? Did you hear them? Those are the people. Those are the people I love more than anybody else.
It's a good thing her husband doesn't listen to this podcast.
He's not. He doesn't support me, so I love them more anyway. He does support me. He just doesn't. He doesn't like anything I make, like podcasts. All right, do you have a game idea, Bryce?
I do, and technically it's 2 game ideas. I was gonna come up. The first one was despite Becker's. She looked at me in the eyes and said, "I hate the NFL," and then I looked at her in the eyes and said, "Let's make the new NFL." It's new now.
The new FL.
Yeah.
NNFL. NNFL.
What is N's national, right? I was like, I don't think it's new.
It's actually nutmeg.
Wow. That's actually what if hey, that's a way we can make football better.
That would make it a little spicier, huh?
What if instead of them carrying a ball of pig skin, whatever footballs are made out of these days, what if it's a big ball filled with nutmeg, so that way when it gets thrown around, a little nutmeg comes out?
That would be a thing that could happen. What happens when people get hit by nutmeg?
I'm sure
relatively nothing, right?
But they'd probably sneeze.
Yeah, all this does is alienate the people who are allergic to nutmeg. You can't play football anymore.
How many?
Idiot.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like having an allergy to nutmeg and playing this is somehow safer than playing normal football because of the concussions and such.
Yeah, well, if people in football could play football good, they wouldn't get concussions. I don't like football.
Okay.
Rugby's better.
What if? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why. Is that why you hate football? Is because of rugby?
Well, I mean, I hated it before, and then I found rugby, and I was like, this is what football could have been. Why isn't this our national sport? I would watch this. And rant.
Isn't baseball our national sport?
Who gives a fart? You know what everybody cares about, and it's football.
It is
and
factual.
For those of you that aren't from the United States, it's... I don't know what you call it. It's not soccer.
Yeah, they call it American football.
American football. Not the football you think it is.
I want to add dodgeball. I want to add a dodgeball component in some way. Okay.
That's how the referees red card you. They hit you with a dodgeball. No. But if you dodge it, okay. He doesn't like that idea. I guess I'll go.
So we're going to get rid of interceptions. Well, I guess no. Interception is fine. We're going to allow interceptions, but...
Okay.
But you're a quarterback. You're throwing the nutmeg ball to your other friend.
Are we renaming this?
What?
Nutmeg ball?
Well, we'll figure that out once we figure out the rules. So I mean, to be fair, they don't really play with their feet that often, so it wasn't a good name to begin with.
No, it wasn't.
They just wanted to steal football from the British people.
Maybe someone very, very poorly described football to somebody, and then they took it. Honestly, that still doesn't work. Honestly, I don't know how this happened.
Okay, well... Okay, so they throw the nutmeg ball. They're aiming for their buddy downwind, because you don't want to throw it upwind.
You don't want to be downwind of the...
It's bad. So, but somebody could try and intercept it from the other team, and then he'd have the nutmeg ball. But
instead of deflate gate, it would be like paprika gate.
I feel like if you tried to deflate the nutmeg ball, everyone would know. Everyone.
Well, I feel like they would put a different spice in there, like chili powder, and that wouldn't really give one particular team an advantage, but it sure would be interesting, wouldn't it?
I mean, they would. I honestly like that maybe better. Maybe nutmeg's out.
Okay, but that doesn't start with an N. Let's call it chili powder.
So wait, was it NFL as in Nutmeg Football League?
No, because it's not football anymore.
Nope, not.
It's called Nutmeg Fricken League. Except now it's chili powder Fricken League.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Guy can try and intercept it. If he successfully catches it, this is the rules of dodgeball. If you don't know, if you successfully catch it, then you're good. You got it. You win. If you take the hit, then you're out. So it makes intercepting a very risky deal. Because if you fail to intercept, then I don't know what happens. They probably just reset.
They kill you. Oh.
I don't think that's how it happens in the normal one.
They rub chili powder in your eyes. Chili powder.
That might be a bit extreme. Maybe.
But chili powder is only temporarily harmful to eyes.
Beckers, we're making the new NFL. We're not making the XFL. We're not going extreme.
I don't get your joke.
XFL is extreme, and I'm saying rubbing chili powder in
that
people's...
doesn't make sense because extreme starts with an E, and that would be odd if they were to change the first letter of it just to fit the acronym. Would be odd.
Yeah, no one would ever do that.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other ways we could improve
Have we made a game yet? Because I feel like I've just been word vomiting stuff.
I feel like we have made NFL, but with the chili powder ball, and also if you get hit with the chili... to be fair, I think even if you got hit with the chili powder ball and it did not take you out of the game, you would want to get out of the game. You would ask to be removed from the game if you took a chili powder ball to the face.
I feel like to make this more effective, you can't be wearing all that protective clothing. I feel like you gotta be in your underwear and maybe for higher stakes, some paper cuts.
I mean,
all over your arms.
We could just have them wear what soccer players wear, because they just wear shorts and
You're trying to lose the opportunity for me to have heavily muscled naked men on the field.
What? Are we not gonna have women?
I mean, there will be a women's league, probably. There's not a lot of women's North American football either,
well, so. Maybe this is the one. Everybody can play chili ball.
But they'll be busy playing a better sport. Am I alienating people?
Probably. Which brings...
Bryce, tell people you like football.
I used to play football. I was bad at it.
Oh, no wonder.
I did bad enough that I only got to play when we were losing so badly that they knew I couldn't affect the score.
That's sad.
And then they just told me to go stand there, and then like when the quarterback did the thing, I was supposed to just run. He didn't tell me which direction or what my goal was. He just said run.
That's like the saddest story I've ever heard. Now I hate football even more.
I feel like that's the 5th time you've said that to me.
You're very sad.
I also had the idea of new hockey, where it's the same as hockey, but there's curling players throwing hockey pucks at the same time.
Is that like curling irons?
No, it's like curling pucks. They're big, heavy pucks.
And you curl with them.
I mean, you'd probably get real buff because they're heavy.
Yeah.
You don't know what curling is.
I do.
Okay. Ooh, that'd actually be really cool. Oh, because I originally was like, we're going to have curling players throw hockey pucks, but I do like the idea of them throwing curling irons, curling pucks. I don't know what they're called. Curling stones. Ooh, I think they're stones. I think they're called curling stones.
I haven't heard of that. I'm struggling to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I bet.
But I'm trying.
Would you like to place dollar amounts on this?
I'll bet you $1, and I'll really pay it if I'm wrong. But you have to give me $1 million for the Demogorgon. Really.
No, that wasn't a bet.
I should have bet you. Okay, anyway, I'll give you $1 if there's curling stones.
Okay, if they're called stones. Anyway, I like the idea of curling players throwing stones as they're just trying to play hockey. So then you're just dodging curling stones with hockey. I think our nutmeg ball, or no, was it chili powder game was better than whatever I'm trying to do with hockey.
I thought you were talking about curling stones like there were hair curling stones, because you said curling irons. What are they called? Curling stones. I thought you were talking about hair. I was
talking about the game, the curling.
Well, we weren't talking about that at the time, so.
Yes, we were. I was.
I'll put up a Twitter poll, I swear to God.
Beckers, is there curling stones? Is the thing that they're using curling stones?
I already Googled it, so.
And is it?
Yeah, but that's not what I was talking about.
So.
I'll give you $1. I don't care. But I was still right.
Okay, fine.
It's the pride that I care about.
Okay, well, we'll do another rigged Twitter poll of if I was.
I didn't rig it. People love me and my ideas.
Twitter. There were more votes for your side than people who voted for you. Twitter rigged it.
That's not true. You don't know.
I do.
You don't know anything. Somebody lied to you. Somebody said that they voted for you when they didn't, because they didn't want you to yell at them, because you went around harassing people asking who they voted for. Like a creep. Of course they told you to your face that they voted for your idea. Erin loves my idea. That's why she voted for mine, and she told you that she voted for yours.
Becky, do you have a game idea?
I have a game idea. Bryce faces reality. No. Okay. This one we're gonna try. Okay. This is for the anime fans out there, because I gotta believe you're out there. So, Bryce, have you ever heard of the show? It's called Ghost in the Shell.
You mean the live action filmography? Starring
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, starring all our favorite white people.
Yeah, those are exactly the same thing. So have you heard of that?
No.
Jesus God. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna let you have this. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Half away. All right, he's done. All right, he's got it. So it's about it's an anime first. There's a lady, and she's actually a robot, and like her brain was put in a cyborg and she's a police lady. That's what it's about.
Or was it a manga first?
Well, yeah. Generally speaking, that's always the case, but...
Well, we said it was an anime first.
God, if we're going to get over with this quickly, we're going to have to rip the Band-Aid off, and you're going to have to stop doing that. All right, well, I came up with a game.
Yep.
It's called Ghost in the Shell, and that's not what it's about. Got him. Okay, so it's somebody. They died from a bird attack.
Mm-hmm.
And their soul, you see where I'm going with this, they stuck around and became a ghost.
Yeah.
And it...
Where is it? Where is it?
It latched on.
What? Where?
It latched on.
Where, Reckers? Where's the ghost?
It's in the shell first. It latched on to the bird's egg.
Okay.
That's the story, and now the ghost, it's in the shell.
Okay.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Ta-da! So...
Uh-huh.
So basically I had, why don't I take Ghost in the Shell and make it about something else? It'll be a pun. There we go. It's already great. And as you can see, I was right. But where do we go from here?
Please tell me.
Do you have any ideas? Okay, well, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I just was wondering if you had any.
No,
just in case. It might be better than mine.
I'm letting the car drive itself right now. I'm seeing how bad the crash is going to be.
Well, we got a Tesla, dude. This is going to be good. It's going to get you to your destination, and we will not die in the meantime.
Yeah, Teslas that's never gone badly.
No, it hasn't, I've heard.
Okay.
So, eventually, at first you're just a ghost in the shell.
Yeah.
You're just in there, and like you're in there.
You're the white part.
You possess the little baby bird in there.
Isn't it just a yolk?
No, the yolk is food for the egg. Take biology. Go back to school.
Okay.
I learned this in the 6th grade, I think. The white part is the chicken. And that's only if it's like a baby egg. If it's like, I'm thinking this egg is like most of the way, like it's like 3/4 done cooking. Oh, not cooking in the sense that you're cooking it, which is confusing because eggs are foodstuffs.
You have possessed a chick.
Why is it a chick?
Because a baby chicken is called a chick.
I never said it was a chicken.
Okay. I thought
Maybe
it was
it's an ostrich. I mean, I told you that the bird killed you, so...
What's a baby ostrich called?
You're fucking kidding me. No! It's called a chick.
What?
Who could have predicted this?
I'll take another $1, please.
It's not an ostrich. It's not an ostrich.
Okay, what is it? It's got to be a bird. You did specify it was a bird.
It's a goose. It's a Canadian goose.
Okay, and a baby goose.
It's a gosling.
Seems a little forced.
What?
Beckers, can you tell me what happens as this game continues?
Whatever. It's called a gosling, and that's not forced. That's just science.
Like Ryan Gosling?
Like Ryan Gosling, yes. His name is Ryan Baby Goose.
Okay.
And that is why he's so pinchably cute.
What's your character's name?
Tina.
Tina Gosling?
Tina Bobina.
Fonafina?
Tina Bobina. And she is now a ghost in the shell in a gosling, and then she's gonna hatch into a bird. A ghost bird. It'll be a ghost type and a flying type. And I need to talk about something.
Okay.
Let's talk about Pokemon. They're totally out of ideas. And we haven't really had like an egg Pokemon that makes sense. How is it that the only egg Pokemon we have hatches into a palm tree?
I mean, Togepi is a
Oh,
egg.
shit. No.
Yes?
No.
When you said egg Pokemon, I immediately thought Togepi.
Well, I thought Executor and Execute, because those literally are called eggs. Togepi is out of its egg. It just wears it a little bit, you know? It's not an egg.
So the game we're going with this week is the Nchili Ball League.
You didn't even give it a chance, but I agree. You know what's funny? I think this is the very first time ever that I'm gonna pick Bryce's game over my own, and it's about chili powder or Fricken League.
Yes. And it's not the least worst bad game idea this time.
It's not the least worst bad?
It is the least worst bad?
Yes, there you go.
Okay, got it.
Nailed it.
Beckers, where if you were going to get people to listen to the podcast, how would you recommend people do it?
Well, you can go to iTunes because we're on there. You can go to YouTube because we're on there. You can go to like Spotify because we're on there. And I think we're like everywhere else too. I don't know. Bryce figures this out, so. But he likes to watch me squirm, so he makes me say it.
I was suggesting that you should tell your friends to listen to this podcast. And it's good, and they'll like it. Beckers, where can people hear more from you? Hear your tweets, hear your content.
My tweets?
Yeah.
You can only hear my tweets one place, and that is the Twitter. Twitter.com / Dr. Beckers with a Z. Also, Twitch, Dr. Beckers with an S. And I'm getting fiber in February, and I swear I'm gonna stream. That's all.
When are you gonna start posting cosplay photos to Instagram?
I don't have an Instagram. I guess I do.
You do.
Speaking.
You do. I've tagged you in things.
I'm a boomer, dude. I can't do this.
You're not.
I'm not a boomer. But sometimes
don't
I feel like a boomer.
Don't make people think that.
I'm a boomer.
You can follow me on Twitter at Last Geek. You can follow me on Instagram at Last Geek Plays. You can follow me at Twitch at Last Geek Plays. You should go to youtube.com/Last Geek and hit subscribe to see this video, to see vlogs starring me, starring Beckers, starring live shows, other cool stuff, Let's Plays. Those are on there. Social media platforms, facebook.com/Last Geek. That's all of them. That's all the good ones. There's probably other ones. LastGeek.com is a website. You can go to that one. But that is all of the content we have for you today. We did 4 game ideas, if you want to call them that.
Hey, I thought $7 was a decent idea. Okay?
What's your favorite part about it?
The fact that you don't know why you need $7 until it's too late.
Okay. Weirdly, that was my least favorite part about it.
Well, that's because you're not any fun.
Yep.
You don't even know anything.
Well, listeners, remember, have fun.